Afternoon, and welcome back to the round 2 review for Supercoach 2022. This week we scored 2,388, which is top 8%, which was fantastic considering where it was heading, with a few saves there by, Neil, which everyone had, but also Bowey, which we'll get into. Our rank is 20,370, which is almost cut in half from what it was last week, so it's a good start. Now we'll keep going. Yes, this is the team. I did make one trade last week, which was, I think it was Owens, to Nick Martin, just to have him on the bench, who I eventually used as a loophole option, which I used this week. So yeah, we'll get into the team. First up, we have Crisp. He was going to bounce back. No doubt in my mind. I'm not sure if it was him or it was his partner. He made one of those TikTok videos, and yeah, we call it Crisp Talk. So yeah, he made a video to the people saying he's going to bounce back, and he bounced back. So there you go. So I think like 6,000 people or something traded him out round 1. I don't know why. Like, you don't trade out primos round 1. Like, shit. Round 2, sure, but not round 1. He was going to bounce back. It's the Crisp that I know. I think he had like something like 10, 11, 12 tackles or something, and like 25 something disposals. Like, it was a very good game he played. His position was more settled that game. Like, I did see him off a few centre bounces at halfback, or sorry, centre halfback actually. And yeah, he just did crisp things. It was fantastic to watch. Loved every second of it. Fantastic stuff. Next up, Ridley. He got to 102. It didn't look like a 100 plus game. I thought it was more like maybe like a 90. I'm concerned about Ridley. I always was from the start. I always thought that Short would average more than Ridley. People laugh. They're like, "Oh, you don't know what the fuck you're doing. You know, Ridley's just a better player, etc., etc." And it's like, sucked in. But that's fine though. Look, I've got them both. Ridley's got if he can maintain 100, that'd be perfect. But I am worried a bit. It was between him or Whitfield coming out. I'm trading one, which is I'm trading out Whitfield, but we'll get to him shortly. Just a short things. I think he had like 29 kicks or something. Like 29 kicks in a game. That's that's fantastic. Loved every second of it. He did what I thought he was going to do. 122.5 average for the season so far. Yeah, you take that 100%. If you don't have him in, you just got to. It's just he appears to be the safest of those high scoring defenders. So yeah, I'd get him in. Whitfield. Look, he was disappointing. I think he's injured partially. There's something wrong with him, or Cameron's got this game plan where they just don't use him. They've been using Cummings a bit. I don't know. I just don't think Whitfield is fit right now, and he's someone who I am trading out this week. So if you don't have him, you're laughing. If you do have him, not so much. He's got to trade him out. Hewitt, 117. I think he had like something like 25 handballs or something. Man went nuts with the handball. So yeah, look, I think he's probably a keeper. I think he should go up against Hawthorn this week. He's a keeper. If you don't have him in now, then he's someone who you'll probably end up getting later. But he has just exploded, and owners have absolutely loved it, including myself. To get your top 6 defender at 399k, that's a steal, absolute steal. So I get him in. Next up, the hero, I guess for this week, Mr. J. Bowey. I think I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Bowey, but I just say Bowie. I must admit, when McCartan played on, I think it was Friday. Let me just check. Round 2, when they play. Yeah, it was Friday. When he played Friday and he scored that 80, I was trying to figure out how to get a loophole going. And I was like, oh yeah, I can use De Koning. Well, they were playing Geelong, so I couldn't use him as a loophole, so I was stuck with Bowey on the field. And I thought, oh shit, he's going to score a 60, 70. Comes out, man probably gets two, maybe one, maybe two votes, Brownlow votes. He had something like 35 disposals, 18 contested, and like 10 intercepts or something. Like, you do that off half back, that is just unheard of. Like, that's outstanding stuff. I know Salem's out, but he's out for another month or something. Like, oh, he's going to rake in the cash. I see people panicking just to get him in. And to know that I started him over, say, Chapman and Richards, people are like, oh, yeah, you got to get Chapman. He's just a better player. Yeah, fuck off. Oh, yeah, Bowey. He's just, he was the guy. I think he was my second highest scoring player this round. He was just superb. He's going to make 100k in 2 weeks, and then the rest is a bit, whatever. But that's fine though. Like, I've just nailing a mid pricer is probably the most satisfying thing that you can probably do in Supercoach, because it makes or breaks your season, to me at least. So just to nail one of them is top tier stuff. Next up, McCartan. He was fantastic the first quarter. I think he had 5 or 6 intercepts. Yeah, I think it's about right. Yeah, 5 or 6. Man was going off and he quieted down, etc. But to score an 80, like he's averaging 75. He's playing the doggies this week. Apparently Norton's in doubt playing. What does the doggies forward even looks like? He's gonna. I reckon he's gonna. He should get 80 at a minimum. I think this week. No excuses really for McCartan. De Koning out, obviously concussion. Should be back this week. Geelong need to be slightly taller in defence. Yeah, he should just slot straight back in. Now we go to the midfield. We got McRae, 142. Yeah, easy VC option. No doubt about it. For those who did VC Dunkley, though, you were bailed out if you went Lockie nil. But we'll get to both of them shortly. But yeah, McRae just did McRae things. Yeah, no more to add. Same with Took. He just does the job. There's just no stopping him. It's just his work. He just looks like he's actually like floating on the ground. Like he just doesn't stop. It's fantastic to watch, especially as an owner. He's one that you need, and I'm glad that I did swap Steele to Took, because it's just a heart just watching him. It doesn't, not even when he even has the ball. It's just when he doesn't have the ball. It's art. It's fantastic. Lockie Neal. He I probably can't say that. He had his way with Essendon. Like, their coaching staff, I don't even know what they're doing. When it comes down to the death, they just don't know what they're doing. And Lockie Neal's like, haha, yep, ball mine. See you later. He just destroyed them. Single-handedly just destroyed a whole team. Peter Wright destroyed him. I think the first half or the first quarter or something. He was on like 100 or something at half time. But after that, it was just all Neal. I think he had like an 80-point quarter or something. Like, it was just, yeah, he just had his way with him. He was unstoppable. But yeah, you did get bailed out a bit if you did go Dunkley. VC. Next up, Berry. I am worried about him. He's one that I've got my trades pretty much sorted, but he is one that's going. He's going to be used. Well, actually, we don't know if he's going to be used, but he was tagging, and Fagan did say that he liked Berry tagging. So yeah, I think he has to go this week. He's not going to make a stack of cash anymore. No way. So I've got to pass on him. Next up, Cogs, 99. Fantastic. I think he was like the highest scoring Giants player at halftime or something, and then he just, he died off a bit, but Giants were shit in general. So to get a 99 from Cogs, you'll take that any day of the week. Easy. Yep, sorry there, I had to pause the video real quick. Yeah, next up, Horn Francis. He looks like he's just above everyone else, which we know that he was. He was doing what everybody else was doing a year younger. 98 against West Coast. Look, he probably would have preferred the ton, but you take a 98 from a rookie any day of the week. It was just a great game. Dacos slightly disappointing against Adelaide, but a 53 you'll take. Get a 75 average. You'll make some good cash. It's no worries about that. Same with Rochelle, 58. I think that first quarter he had the ball just on a string. It was just he kicked the goal, but yeah, he looked settled. Yeah, I don't know if I was North. Nah, it's probably a wild call. I won't mention that, but yeah, he's fantastic. I'm going to be fielding him this week, but he's a great player. Then we got Ward. He would have scored 80, 90 if his disposal efficiency wasn't like 30% or something like that. Sorry again, getting interruptions. Yeah, if his disposal efficiency wasn't like 30% or 34% or something like that, he would have scored like 80, 90. Like, like I'll see people trading him out. Like, he has the potential to score like Horn Francis and Dacos and Shelley, but he just needs a bit more time and a bit more, a bit more time, really. He can score well and he will score well, but yeah, he hasn't shown it the first 2 rounds. If you want to trade him out, do it, but he's going to be making cash, no doubt about it. So, yeah. Dylan Stevens, 94. That was fantastic. I was trying to find, again, another loophole to try and get him on field instead of... I was going to get Rochelle off, but couldn't find one. So I do have 90 on the bench. It's unfortunate, but, you cop that any day of the week. He'll be on field as well. Connor Mack, he's just going through the motions. He's just 55 or 51.5 average now. I think like he'll play. He's got job security. He'll just keep moving along. He'll make you cash. Won't be a whole lot, but he'll make you money. Now to Rucks, I've got Max Gawn, 88. Look, not great. Let's be honest. He looked like a second-year ruckman. Like he was presenting. He kept dropping everything. Like if he took half of the contested marks that he dropped over the weekend, he'd be 115, easy, not even close. Like I only watched half the game. He dropped like 8 marks or something. Like it was just, like people say, oh, he's Jackson's taking that ruck time, which he is. I think Gawn only had like 55% ruck time. But Gawn can go forward, kick goals, or he can go back. I know the conditions over at Gold Coast weren't the best for a ruckman, but that's still no excuse for someone with Max Gawn's capabilities. I'm actually going to hold him. When I selected him, I thought, well, I want to pick ruckman that I want to keep for the year. And no ruckman thus far has really struck out to me and said, all right, I'm going to score 115 average, and there is nothing you can do about it. None. Not even Grundy. Grundy was average, only a ton. But like we got English, you got Wits, maybe Luke Jackson. I think he's like going like 110 at the moment. You got Rowan Marshall, Riley O'Brien, and that's all off the top of my head. And none of them scream out and go, "Yep, I'm going to get 115." There's nothing you can do about it. So you're trading out Gawn, who has a shit game, scores 88, over someone who's probably playing their best game that they can in, say, English, for example, and he's only like just turning up. It's like, yeah, Gawn's going to lose money, but you're going to get consistent results. And with, the odd 110, 115 maybe. But he's someone that I'm going to hold the whole year, and I'm just going to ride it. Unless he like drops down to like a 60 average or something, like saves me trade. And there's no one that, again, strikes out that they're just going to just going to shit on the competition. So holding him for now. Next up, Grundy. Look, I don't know with Grundy, like as in performance-wise, not scoring-wise. Like I'm perfectly fine with what he's doing when you see the score, but Collingwood just don't have that solid midfield. Like they got Adams, Lipinski, Pendlebury, Crisp at times. I think Chris had like 55% CPAs, which is fine. But there's no one that strikes out as in like, your Bontempellis, your Petrarcas, etc. For him to tap it to, and I don't know if that's just on partially Grundy. I mean, it will be partially Grundy's end, but also just, um, just the players around him. But look, everyone's got him. I like him. He does the job. Still preferred long-haired Grundy. Miss him. That'd been fantastic with these rules. But we move. Next up, Dixon didn't play. I think it was just due to the protocols, not him getting omitted or anything like that. I'm hoping he plays next week. He should be playing. He'll make some coin. Not next week, but the week after. Next up, Dunkley, 97. Looked a bit disappointing. You'll cop a 90 plus from your forwards, but for those who took him as a VC, you got bailed out massively if you pick Neil. Which is unfortunate, but that's Supercoach. That's any sort of fantasy game, whether it be AFL or soccer or anything like that. Gresham, 51. Disappointing. I think his disposal efficiency was shithouse too. I think it was like 40% or something. Like, it was bad. It was bad. I don't think he's going to make the required 150. And he's also someone, I'm using a trade boost this week. He's someone that I'll be trading out. I think I'm making the right trade. I hope I am, but I'm pretty sure I am. Cherry, he went 120 against West Coast, which is exactly what we wanted to see. Like, anything less than anything less than 100 was like not overly acceptable. But he went 120. Perfect. Absolutely loved it. Not every second of it. There's people that don't have him. I think he's only owned in like, does it show me here? Surely it should show me. Oh, yeah. He's in 17% of teams. This man's going to make a ton of cash. And that's only if he's projected 50 to 60. Yeah, you need him in. I think he's priority. There is just no way you let him go unless you've nailed like everything else, and you can't downgrade him to anything. Like, you just got to get him in. He's going to make a stack of cash. Next up, Durden, 24. Look, disappointing. I did field him. I thought, half a chance he may score a 60. No, it didn't happen. Didn't happen, unfortunately. So we got to cop that. I think he's more of a bench option now. He'll make some cash. I don't think he'll make 150, but he should make some good cash. Next up, Nick Martin. I had him as my loophole option. He'll be playing next week. I can't see how he's not playing next week. So just if you got a spare trade, not a boost, but just a normal trade, I'd probably get him in. I traded him last week for Owens, just because I didn't need to make any trades last week. So I thought, well, if I just grab one this week and then I can use a few next week, that works out like that. And we have Jack Hayes, who got 68. Look, it wasn't his best game. I say that as if he's been playing for ages. It's only his second game. Look, there's plenty of question marks. It'll be interesting to see the team names. If Ryder is back in, he's rumoured to be ready. Or if not, he'll be definitely in next week. Do they play 3 tools? I have no idea. I hope so. Even if we just get one game out of him, like, what was that, 50k? Scores 98. I think he's scoring 98. Let's just say at most he scores a 70. He rises 70k Like, you take that. It's not ideal, but you'll take it. I don't know how St Kilda are going to do it. They're shit house once again. So, yeah, it'll be interesting just to keep an eye on. Then we have Butters, 136. He did what we all thought he could do, and he's just continued that throughout this season thus far. 125 average over 2 games. 100% cop that. 100%. And then Baldwin. A few watchers in the seconds were watching that game, and they've all said that Baldwin would just look too good for VFL footy, or seconds footy. I think he hit like 3 or 4 goals. He just did great things. Like, they all think that he'll be back in this week, no doubt about it. So, look, I'm going to hold him. Can't trade him out, obviously, because I've already got my trade sorted, but he's one that should be playing, which will be alright. Now, for trades, do apologise, I've gone on for a bit here. Trading out Whitfield. I think he's injured. I think he's just plain hurt. I'm trading out my 2 mid prices in Bowey and Gresham. Once that loads. Question mark. Okay, we'll try again. Whitfield, Bowey, and I know why I can't do it. I'm an idiot. I've got to activate the boost. So this is actually how you do it. If you didn't already know, you've actually got to click on the little rocket, and then now you have 3 trades. Because I'm an idiot. So my 3 trades are Whitfield, Bowey, and Gresham. I think Bowey and Gresham are slow burns. Whitfield, yeah, he just looks injured, so get him out. And we're going to get someone for cash gen defense in Hinge. And we're going to get the 2 that everyone's talking about in Paddy Cripps and Isaac Heaney. Leaves us with 17k in the bank and 13 premiums on field. So I'll get the emergency on Stevens, swap him for Rochelle. There's Martin. Yep. I'm going to field McCartan over Hinge because Bulldogs, apparently Norton's in doubt to play, so we'll chuck him in, easy. So, yep, 13 premiums. I only recommend using the boost if you are trading 1 premium to gain 2 premiums. Other than that, I would not use a boost. Unless your team's like in the mud, like we're talking deep mud, and you need to make some serious changes. But if not, just use it to go 1 down, 2 up for premiums. This is a team that I'm looking at for this week. Captains and vice captains. But the VC are McRae. It's hard to sort of go around Neil, isn't it? I know mine took against Giants, but actually I'll check it right now. I can check popular captains and vice captains. Yeah, okay, well there you go then. It's pretty straightforward. It's McRae, Neil. I'll do the same. Stuff it. The other one that you could try is go Took, but you can maybe go Gorn, Shifty Gorn, just in the ruck there. I think he's got a good history against Essendon. But yeah, that's all for today. Apologise, I've gone on a bit. There's been a few pauses in the videos and whatnot. But yeah, other than that, have a good one, and we'll see you in the next one.